Oh, kids, what's going on? Why doesn't this show up? It never shows up. I always have to define the tab because it uses the tab name. Think about that. So, not much to talk about today, but let me see if the strike is still on. Writers. Strike. Put best and final deal forward. Strike nears an end. Really? Really? Close to an agreement. What would it mean, though? I mean, they've been out for a long time. No new show production has been happening. I'm going to say that there's going to be a big gap between what we'd consider the normal production of shows we're all familiar with from Hollywood or wherever, in the United States anyway, at least. That includes Netflix, Hulu, any other streaming Prime type services, network television, their streaming services. And what I think is going to happen is there's going to be a big shift towards other content to fill in the gap. And I think it's going to either come from Europe or Asia. We're going to see a lot more of those type of shows. Maybe even Scandinavia. I mean, a lot of their murder mysteries have been very popular. And, you know, when you don't have any content to provide your viewers, you're going to source it somewhere else. It's kind of like the market thing. And I know capitalism's a dirty word, and so is markets and stuff like that. But, you know, you're not just going to sit and watch reruns of shows you already seen. How many times can you watch Seinfeld? You know, people eventually did get tired of watching MASH, and so there is a limit. I don't know how close we are to that with any of the things that we do stream now, but I would imagine Everybody Loves Raymond has reached its saturation point, and so we'll see. The easiest thing that's going to happen is that there have been really, what do I want to call? There's been channels like Showtime and HBO that have somehow survived this whole thing, and they've produced content over the years, as premium pay for cable channels. And a lot of that material is only streamed on those channels. And I think they could probably ask for some good prices for some of that content to show on all the other platforms, which are going to be starved for content due to lack of production for 2023. And that leads me to look forward to some of that. I just recently started Band of Brothers on Netflix. That's already everybody who was ever going to see it on HBO already saw it, so it makes sense for them to farm it out to the rest of the people. And it's a pretty good show. I don't really remember any of the characters' names, other than the smart lieutenant or the dumb guy from Friends. That kind of thing. And the crazy mean guy, and then, I don't really know, but I'm going to digress a little bit because aside from the entertainment industry and how interesting that's going to play out, one of the skills in Band of Brothers is an art that's really been lost in for everyday people, and that is map reading, using a map, understanding maps to scale, and navigating through terrain by foot when you don't know exactly where you are. Finding out where you are is a big deal. And then after you do that, getting to where your objective is like, especially in wartime, the very next big deal. That's why we invented GPS for all of our military purposes. Just so happens it helps the rest of us also navigate. But it also makes us dependent on that particular technology and not really know how maps and globes and stuff really work. And, I was never a Boy Scout, and I never really learned very much about, what dead reckoning is, and, how to keep going in a straight line without going in circles. Those are real issues if you're in the middle of a forest. Usually when I'm in the middle of a forest, there's a path to follow, so that helps me, guys like me, navigate the hunting woods or whatever. There's usually some sort of way that I get in and a way I can get out, but knowing specifically where I am on a map, without the GPS handheld, I'd be quite lost. And apparently on D-Day, several people got lost, and not least for the problem of getting shot out of the sky, delivering the people to where they're supposed to be. So I can't tell how amazing it is that people could, in such dire situations of panic and stress, to keep their head enough to achieve objectives, and or at least glom onto somebody who was smart enough to be able to lead in that capacity. Excuse me a second. That was one observation about that show. Just not only the fact that they were training for almost 2 years before it, so there was plans, and plans being made anyway, back in like 42. I imagine right after Dunkirk, but anyway, digressing again. So I should stick with the program here, which would be map reading is important. And using a compass and being able to communicate well and clearly. They're all valuable skills, and some of us were really remiss in developing those, and consequently really aren't public speakers or able to convey information shortly, succinctly, and unambiguously. And I think we should probably work harder on that as a country, maybe. Don't let skills die, and know how technology has built upon other skills that, go back to, good grief, even the Indians could navigate by, Native Americans could navigate by star and could get a feel for the landscape to know milestones and monuments and know where they are. And you need a good memory, you need a sense of direction, you need to pay attention. Attention paying is a very important skill that TikTok has maybe single-handedly destroyed. Or maybe that is hyper alert attention. I don't know. Maybe that is. All I know is I can't look at those short videos. Anyway, so that's my little digression into Band of Brothers, which was an HBO product, and I believe there's another one on Netflix called Pacific. And I think we're going to see a lot of these shows either from European or British type of services. More BBC, more Acorn, stuff that will be allowed to be seen without having to have that bloody subscriptions to so many different services. Hoping Amazon and Netflix step up to pay the licensing fees for these other things. Could even include some Chinese soap operas. Who knows? Time will tell, but there's going to be a gaping hole. And I think, is anybody ever going to watch a talk show again, like Colbert or Fallon, and think that that's worth time spending monologues when you can maybe stream some real proper stand-up for an hour? If stand-up people fill the gap with stand-up content, then, the topical news of the day, Stephen Colbert kind of stuff is, that's just going to fall by the wayside anyway. Because we're used to not having it, and we're filling in the gap with other content. So that's my take on that. So yeah, some more Scandi mysteries, maybe some of those, maybe there's some sci-fi from Germany that we haven't seen. Maybe there's, more stuff from Mediterranean countries. I haven't seen very many French series or anything other than Emily in France, which is funny, by the way. But I realize there are contrary opinions to that. Anyway. So the longer these guys stay out, the opportunity for not destructive change, but what you would call what is the word anyway? It's not devastating change, not destructive, but it is certain amount of game changing, landscape changing, and disruptive is the word I'm looking for. Disruptive change in entertainment. So we could see more smaller producers maybe producing content independently, or more crowdsourced stuff. We've been waiting for that forever, so I'm not sure if this is really the opportunity for that. But I know I've watched way more YouTube how-to videos and just people who have opinions about various things. Some of it's just ridiculous, but there are other people who, unlike me, actually probably know something about a topic and can actually speak intelligently about it. Whereas I just, I need to have something to watch. Not to play. See, I was working on, what was I working on? Mulligatawny, yeah. What is this? I've settled on that it is in 4/4, and that I just don't know how to count complicated rhythms. But like the first few measures are a pain.
1, 2, 3, 4.
See? And I can slow that down. And I can hear Dylan's snare.
1,
2, 3, 4. 1, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that dun, dun, dun? Is that an extra beat at the end of that measure only? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Maybe it is 4. In G?
1, 2, 3, 4. Three, four.
Yeah, turn this. Then we're going to have to slow that a little bit, 50%.
Three, four. 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 Four.
Okay. It's in G though.
Three, four.
Slow it way down, see if he's got some double stops in there.
Three, four.
really. That's 3 to 4.
Save. Oh. Save. Oh.
Is that really, though, what's going on?
Save. Oh.
I was gonna say there's another 16th note to the left of that. And remove the dot on that and see if that helps a little bit.
Save. Oh.
One, oh.
Save. Oh.
It's not really that, is it? Did it get us back? No, it doesn't. What did I do wrong here? What did I do wrong? There's one beat. There is an eighth. So there's no dot here. Oh, I must have put a dot on that.
Save.
Still didn't work.
Oh.
One beat. Eighth, eighth is one beat. 3, 4. So that really can't.
Save. Oh.
So that is a 16th. No. Where is it?
Save. Oh. Save. Oh.
Did I not get the 1? Did I miss the 1?
Save. Oh.
By a mile, I missed the 1. Okay.
Save. Oh.
Okay, so that might be 16th after all. These are 2 16ths. Add 1 to that. Let's see how that does. Seems like we're still a 16th behind here. 1E and 2E and... Okay, we need one more anyway. Just puts us back to where I think we started. That is on the offbeat. So that is a 1, and that is actually an eighth, at least. What did I do wrong now? Let's get rid of that sixth. So that all goes before the 4. If Dylan's unless Dylan's actually doing something there too. So let's just expand all those to 8th notes and see if I'm on the 1 on the next measure. Close to the 1 here. Oh, somebody's was a little early there. Who was early though? I'll just zoom into that a little bit. That's pretty close actually, so let's take this one then, break that into 2/16 and see if that's a grade counting thing. So this guy gets an extra 16th out of that. Gets a dot there. And that becomes a 16th. And does that all add up? Yes, it does. Wow. Is he just ringing that G? That G is ringing. That G is a ringing, kids. Oh, shoot. Ringing throughout. Let me loop at that one. So how do I make that look like? Boy, that's gonna be ugly in notation now. Holy crap. And that is just held open. Actually, that one that's very short and staccato. Oh, boy. Painstaking detail. Put that one. Come on. Give me the note. There we go. 3. Okay, is that held? Yes, it is. So that is a dotted eighth right there. Eighth with a dot with a nothing here. Should still all add up. No red marks. Now, unfortunately, this is 4. Or is this the and of 4? It's 2/16 notes. That's the end of 4. This is too hard. For and. We need Drade to count the intro to this because I can't believe there's this many dotted things. And if young Dylan is really on A plus. I'm gonna save that after all that work. Do I need to do this in front of everybody? Why not? Because I have so many listeners and followers. Just so engaged with this process. I do not see. How do you tell if you have anybody? Oh, I don't see. Hello? Well, that's still alive. The things that are still green, so nobody's really here. Oh, I don't want to send another message here. All right. Okay, so this measure is going to start the same way, right? Whoops. Whoops. Yeah. Control C. Control V. Where'd the rest of it go? Oh, I gotta make that smaller. Move this away from that. One. I'm going to take the dot off of that. That gives us that, which is 2 full beats, and we will add a note. And one more. Should give us 4, right? 16th in there. Ooh, I definitely missed the 1 on that one. Definitely missed the 1 on that one. How can they swing that and make it look right? Zoned, and that's at the 3rd fret. That's a problem there, kids. Come on. Or can I? I guess I gotta put that away. Okay. And I just call that an add 9. Or add sus2. Where is that? Loop. Guess there isn't really a. I'm just going to put that back to an 8th note and then use staccato notation just to keep it cleaner. Say 1 3 3 1. Can we get the actual lower note? I think both low strings are muted and everything goes high. Boy, 1. And instead of calling that mute, I'll call those like ghost notes. They're not really there, but if you're going to play bars, that's what they would. That's what they would. All right. Well, didn't you mean to start this song this afternoon after all that? But he's got giant hands. I'm just using those first 2 fingers for that. All right. Anything else we need to know? Go back to the news. Should we see what's in the news? What is in the news this bright and beautiful Sunday afternoon? Andy Kim announces bid to unseat Menendez after bribery charges. Well, there you go. SpaceX did a launch. Biden's disapproval ratings are massive. Saltwater intrusion into Mississippi River could reach New Orleans. What? That's actually sort of interesting. I thought New Orleans was right on the edge of it anyway. But what do I know? Let's look at a map. Oh yeah, that's gonna slow down the stream. Oh yeah. There it goes. Reds. Oh, look at that. Let's find the Atlantic. So, Nolans. Where's the Miss Hoopy Delta? So, isn't all of this salt? Port Sulphur. I mean, I gotta believe that. I mean, is it that big of a stretch to think it could go from like here to here? Why did they consider that news? That is the question. Do we click on it is the other question. What is this? That sounds like a TV station. Sounds like a TV station to me. WDSU. Saltwater intrusion could reach New Orleans by October. Raising the underwater sill by another 20. Continuing to see overflows. Oh. So they had to keep it deeper for shipping, but are putting a sill to slow it down. Well, I would expect a ship to run into it eventually. A group that Eddie Vedder called the greatest live band ever. Who could that be? Who is Eddie Vedder? Is he Pearl Jam? Yeah. Technology, iPhone 15 is probably the lead story there. Oh, the Google Pixel. Alright, that's enough of that crap. It is time to say goodnight, Gracie. Especially since we're dropping frames left and right, Captain. Dropping frames. Holy cow. Good morrow.